Alabama received some unfortunate news on Wednesday as rising sophomore wide receiver JoJo Earle is going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks with a foot injury. We're going to talk about what that means for Alabama moving forward on this episode of Tide Talk Live. So by now you've heard the news that rising sophomore wide receiver JoJo Earle is going to be missing 6 to 8 weeks due to a foot injury. We all know that JoJo kind of splashed onto the scene as a freshman last year until an injury shortened his season. So now we're looking for another guy to step up in his place as fall camp is here. And from all indications, Coach Saban said that JoJo was having a fantastic camp and was on his way to having a really solid sophomore season. And unfortunately for the rising wide receiver, injury just snuck up on him, and he's going to be out for a while. So now it's up to other guys on the team to step up. We're going to tell you a few names to be looking out for. But as always, we want to hear from you. Jump in the comment section and answer today's question. Who will step up in the absence of JoJo Earle? Drop that name below in the comment section. While you're at it, smash that like button. Help this video reach 100 likes. And if you're not already, hit that subscribe button, be a friend, and tell a friend about our show. All right, let's just talk about some possible replacements for JoJo Earle just real quickly. I think the biggest name that you have to be looking out for is a guy who really showed up in the spring, and that's Christian Leary. We all know how big of an explosive spring game he had for Alabama, connecting with Jalen Milroe there on the second team offense. So he is a guy to be looking out for. We saw what kind of competitor he was. He moved to the running back position there late in the season last year when all the injuries started occurring there in the backfield for Alabama. He even caught a touchdown pass against Arkansas. So he is a guy who needs to be people need to be watching out for because he is somebody who's a big play waiting to happen, and he's a perfect player for that slot position that JoJo is going to leave unattended with his injury. So Christian Leary is the first name that I will be watching out for. Then you got to look at a freshman who was also an early enrollee, and Aaron Anderson, a guy who's another small, quick twitch guy who can make plays in the passing game in short area with his quickness and his athleticism. So Aaron Anderson, a true freshman, is another guy to be watching out for. You might could even see Jermaine Burton move over to the slot. We all thought he was going to be there as an outside receiver, but now with this injury, does that mean he kind of moves into the slot? He played a lot of slot when he was at Georgia, so he has the experience there in the SEC playing that position. So he is a guy the coaching staff could probably move around to kind of help substitute for what Alabama is going to be missing out with for JoJo Earle and his injury. So those are just kind of names that I would be looking out for. Of course, you have some freshmen like Kobe Prentice, you have Kendrick Law, you have Isaiah Bond. So there's several guys that Alabama could be looking to fill in that slot position. Shash Preston's another guy who already looks the part as a true freshman wide receiver. So it's not that there's not anybody there to play that position. It's just that that nobody's experienced. So who's going to step up this fall? Much like at the tight end position, it's not a lack of talent, it's not a lack of depth, but it's lack of experience in that role. So it's going to be interesting to see how these guys kind of fill out over the next few weeks. Like we said, JoJo's going to miss 6 to 8 weeks. So around the beginning of October or so is when we can expect to see him back. So we'll see what Alabama does between now and then at that slot wide receiver position. But it's also important to know that he is probably going to be the first team punt returner. So now Alabama's going to have to try to find somebody else to fill that role as well. And of course, Coach Saban mentioned in his Wednesday press conference that the most important part of fielding punts is the actual possession of the ball. He's not really too concerned about the big play afterward. He would just want somebody to secure the punt. So that's something to be watching out for as well. There's going to be a lot happening over the next few weeks in fall camp. Injuries are happening, and that's just part of football. Unfortunately, for guys like Cameron Latou and JoJo Earle, those are the first two guys that's really been hit so far. So we'll just kind of keep everybody up to date on all those injuries as quickly as we find out something. But like I said, if you're not already, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, give this video a thumbs up, and jump in the comment section and answer today's question. Who will replace JoJo Earle in the slot position? Drop that name below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, roll tide.